And I don't want to, get too off the beaten path on this, but I also, if people are watching this, I want to assume that everybody watching this is just like me, where they don't know a lot about everything. And I think with the funding aspect of this is that when you need $100,000, let's say, there's a lot of lending institutions that allow you to put 20% down, and then the bank will, there's SBA loans, and there's a variety of ways where you can leverage. So even if you hear the $100,000 amount or $30,000, really what you should be thinking about is maybe a fifth of that, because a lot of scenarios you can borrow or leverage your money you have. And so I don't want anybody to feel threatened by the number 100,000 or 30,000, but you've been doing this for 20 years. And so I don't want to get into the specifics, but I just want to ask you, what are some of the most common ways that you see, because you've literally helped 10,000 plus people start a business here. What are some of the most common ways that people get funding?
It's typically in multiple ways. And angel financing is very typical, where a family member or a friend who has dollars tied up in reactive investments getting very low return is excited and wants to support a family member, and will take some of those low return assets and shift them over to the individual going into business and have a financial arrangement where they get a higher return. So it's a win-win. And combined with home equity is a great way that people combine some home equity assets. So they have equity in their real estate, home equity lines of credit are very low interest. You get to only pay principal or interest only in the beginning, so you're not having a high debt service. And then, of course, very common today are the 401k rollovers, taking those funds from very reactive investment vehicles with consistently low returns and rolling it over into your own company and using it as a resource to launch franchises.
And if anybody's watching this and you're kind of getting some ideas, you can go on to the capital portion of our website on Thrive, and you'll be able to find very detailed instruction on what a 401k rollover is, or what a HELOC, the home equity loan. All that stuff is there. But I think you have to start with the belief that you can do this.
Well, the desire. And if you allow all these little things to get in the way, like if you're afraid of the funding part, just focus on the desire. Once you have the right desire hooked up with the right opportunity, funding or any other obstacle won't get in the way.
If I'm watching this right now, final question for you, I guess. If I'm watching this right now and I'm going, I kind of feel like I could maybe do it, I just don't know. What advice would you have for me? If you're talking directly to the person watching this who feels like, I think I might have what it takes to become a successful franchisee, what would you say to them?
Well, my suggestion would be is that they put themselves in a frame of mind just to explore it in a safe space. So not decide whether they're going to do it or not, whether they're going to invest or if they have the money, but go through an exploration of discovery that allows them to be in a safe space and have education, awareness, and discovery experiences that allows them to learn what's going on the other side of franchise ownership. And it's about franchise lifestyles, and we can help them experience that in a safe space without taking any money out of the bank or committing anything or signing anything or making any decisions right now. It's about just keeping an open mind and learning and becoming more aware of your options, whether you do anything with them or not.
Let me say this. Step one, if I go, well, you know what, I like this Terry Powell guy. I like Terry Boom Boom Powell, and I just need a little more of him in my life. How can they learn more about you and some of the things you have going on there?
Well, there's a number of ways. Obviously, there's going to be information on the Thrive Network, which is a great place to learn about it. But you can go to our entrepreneursource.com website and have a virtual experience online in the comfort of your home or office that gives you an idea of what the coaching is like. Or you can go to our Start a Business Weekend. That's just a virtual event where we have bi-monthly, we bring together 70, 80, 90 franchise concepts, and you can sit at your computer and actually have a virtual experience. Or you could go to our franchisematch.com and explore some opportunities for yourself.
Well, Terry, I'm going to conclude with a virtual boom. I appreciate you letting us be on your campus at your big conference. It's been awesome.
Right.
And thanks again. So, boom.
Thank you, Clay.